Hi guys, so today I have something really fun that Die Press brought to HSN. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I would make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So as you can see, there are three things in front of me here. You can pick these up individually and also as like a mega kit. So let's check it out. I'll start with, I think this, because this is the Christmas dies, stamps, and embossing folders. So in this one set you have lots of different things to play with. Oh, cool. Oh, so pretty. Oh, look at the nesting. Love it. Let me open this up. So this is like the meat and potatoes, I would say, like if you were to buy the large kit. But again, you can pick them up separately, each individual item. I'll have the links for each individual thing. So it comes, of course, with a cutting folder. Again, if you don't have a marquee, any machine that cuts thin metal dies will cut these dies, and vice versa. You can put any thin metal dies that fit in the marquee. So these are the dies. Oh my gosh. So this is just awesome. Let me see if I can tell you a little bit about the sizing. Of course, we're going to use this, but yeah, it's 5.5. I'm assuming by 4.25. Yep. So it's a little bit larger than that. So the front actually will cover the whole front of an A2 size card. And hope you can see it has like the little like fur, like holly cutouts in there. I mean, like for like tree, like branch with the holly. And then this little ring, how pretty is that? It's like a little oval ring, so it cuts that centerpiece out and then it cuts its own edge. On this one here, it also cuts the edge. So this is a frame die for sure. This one makes it like a little circular frame, and then another little frame with like just like a little lacy edge. And then of course some words that we will look on the page for, so I'm not going to try to figure that out right now. Center of a flower, it looks like berries, like holly berries, and then some kind of like, yeah, like this little village die cut. Santa and his sleigh, you know, I love that. The sprigs, really sweet, some, you know, smaller, larger, delicate little pine cones, which I always enjoy. Santa, I can see that there, a little bird. Poinsettia flower, it looks like. So let's look at this here. We've got our Santa, he looks very folk arty. Merry Christmas, let it snow, and then Merry ho ho ho, wishing you a snowflake. Happy holidays, little house, Christmas. I mean, there's just a lot of different things going on here with that Christmas sentiment. Christmas feel, of course. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, how cute. Yeah, so they're showing that you can use like this guy to make like a little wreath if you just cut several of them, of course. And that's kind of what that looks like as far as those dies. And all of this prettiness. Oh, okay, good. So the pine cone, yeah, right here. I thought it was a little leaf. It has a background for the pine cone, so you can do the two-tone. And then they're just showing you how you might want to set that up in like a sprig. Little beautiful spray there. And then on the back, a little bit about the coloring or, you know, stamping. This one's just all stamped. And then an idea there for a card. This is really cool. And then the last thing I have to show you is something new for Diamond Press. And this has a new item. It's Christmas Ephemera Enamel Dots is what it says, but there are also ephemera. Well, I did say ephemera, didn't I? I said ephemera enamel dots, but it has ephemera and enamel dots in this one. Again, you can pick it up by itself or as a kit. Oh, yay, I love these little candy dots, enamel dots. They're really fun addition to any project. Wow, and quite a bit. You see really cute palette with the kind of icy colors here, and then we have like traditional colors. They're very juicy. They're very small guys, medium, large. So cute. And then in that same set we have these ephemera pieces. And some are small, like I'm gonna put them right here. Season's greetings, and I don't know exactly like how many or those kind of things, but I'm sure in the link it'll give you that info. It looks like 2 of each so far, and then how many I'm not sure, but let it snow. Oh my goodness, look at these. Oh, so cute. We have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, little sprigs, I mean little stockings. Oh yes, the red truck. Oh, here's another. So this guy's a little bit smaller. I mean, they're good size. Like this is like almost 3 inches. by just over 2 inches. And then we have our little sleigh scene. Look at this, really nice size. So from small to much larger, you know, so you can create a scene, do whatever. Oh, these little ones have green outfits. I am so sorry. Those allergies. Oh my gosh. Little gloves. I mean, look at, I mean, there's just, I mean, the house scene. So again, you know, coordinates right back to that stamp set, and to anything Christmas, really. It has like the icy look, plus the traditional look, very merry. Different colorways there on the snow, on the sled scene. Look at this little bird. He's like red and gray. Super sweet. Merry Christmas. Again, just pop that on after you create a card. I love having sentiments that are already made. Yeah, beautiful sprig or floral spray arrangement. Oh, the little scarf and hats. Houses in different sizes. Look at this little plaid tree. I mean, there's just lots going on. Look at hot cocoa. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Let's gather these back up. And this last thing I am very excited about because I haven't seen this, I'm not sure about, if ever, from Diamond Press. So, or if they had done something like this, it was a very long time ago. Papers, you guys, and this is heavy. So, Christmas paper pads. Again, you can get these on their own or in the mega kit. Oh, that is some nice paper. It has a really nice weight to it. You can kind of feel like whenever you go shopping or if you pick up paper, like I can feel this pad. Feels very nice. Okay, well, let's check out these pieces here. I think these are 8-inch squares. Yeah, so 8x8 paper. Aww. Okay. So there are 6 sheets of each, it looks like. Double-sided, yay! So this is definitely thicker than layering weight. I know, maybe it'll say in the description the actual weight. I don't have that on the top of my head here, but hope you can kind of see. Probably, it feels thicker than 80-pound, but I would say 80-pound just so that you would think, okay, you know, when you get it home, you're expecting that, and it's a little bit better than that. So we have that with the plaid and the little Santa Clauses. Oh my gosh. Sorry again there. And then the little bird, little partridge, I don't know, a little birdie. It's so cute. The little flowers. Oh, nope. Grabbed one too many papers. On the back of that we have the light blue plaid. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. And then here we have the green paper with the little white kind of sprigs. And red polka dot that we saw earlier. Oh my goodness. And it just has such a nice feel. It has like a tooth to it, you know? Those pretty papers, the way they feel. Aw, the cute little paper with the hats and scarves and mittens and little sprigs, hot cocoa. And on the back of plaid, you know, I love my plaid right now. Well, it's been a while now, but I love plaid. So pretty with that green, very soft, so it's not really competing, I think. I like that, you know, that colorway on that. It's a nice background. And then the little houses with our little deer that, I don't know in what order I release videos or I'm going to, but you might have seen this little deer with the slimline background dies, and it's exactly like the same style. Super cute little houses, even same style. And on this side we have blue snowflake paper. I suppose we have seen papers from them in the card kits, but like paper pads just like this, paper packs, I have not seen. And this one has like a little kind of ugly sweater Nordic design, I suppose, something like that. Super sweet, the little hearts and the little trees. And then on the back it has that red plaid, very similar to the green, but in a red colorway. A nice kind of deep red, as you can see. It's not like a candy apple red, it's a little deeper. And then this one has snowflake background, but also in those kind of reds, and even the blue and the gray. Really pretty colorway, a little different. And then this light blue has the white dots. Oh yeah, I'm hoarding this one. Look at this. Oh, so pretty with that red background. And on the back of that one, it's just like the flower arrangement sprays that we had seen in the die cuts possibly, and then in the ephemera with the red plaid. Again, just a really pretty red, nice and deep. Okay. Okay, and then we have this paper here, which looks like just, you know, coordinating cardstock. This, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is some good stuff. So again, it's hard for me to say. I would say a little lighter than 300 GSM. I know I'm mixing pounds and GSMs, but I think a lot of us know what that 300 GSM feels like, and this is right about there. White core, so if you wanted to do some embossing and then use like a sanding block to take some of that off you, that white core will help that embossed look, you know, show up. Really, really cool. So again, really pretty, and they definitely coordinate, because I know we've seen paper packs in the past of other things that where it doesn't coordinate, you know, they're different. So hopefully you can see that this is exactly the colorway there. This beautiful blue, like a deep dusty blue. Really nice green. I don't think we call it hunter green or emerald. I don't know. It's just a really nice Christmassy green. Really nice and deep. The light blue. And then that gray. I was going to say, is there a gray? Yep. The gray, because you know how, like, even the little hats here, you can see it has a little gray. Or like this scenery. Or like the little birds, how they were kind of like gray and white and that pretty red. And then white. Nice thick white paper. Always a nice staple, and I always like to see that in a paper pack whenever there's something like this, because I'm like, oh, there's no white paper. Because a lot of times we use white paper for a lot of things, if not card bases, you know, for little die cuts and all kinds of things like that. So that's really nice. Really nice feel. And it just smells like paper. You know when you get a new paper pack and it smells like paper? Really nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try these guys out. So let me think about what it is I want to do, how I want to, you know, kind of play with these pieces, and we'll get to it. Okay guys, sorry, I have quite a few things here. I think we're going to start with something simple. The other day I had reviewed, and you know, I don't know the order these videos are going to go out, but hopefully you've seen the winter slimline background die set review, and I had this gorgeous set, and I thought, you know what, we're going to use this to make a quick card. I already have this cut, and so what I'm going to do is either use this red. I pulled out some pieces from the Ephemera pack that I thought were really sweet. The car fits perfectly. And then these other pieces that maybe I'll put in here and there, but I wasn't sure if I want to use the red in the background. And of course, I'm going to choose one, and people are going to say, oh, I was yelling at you to do that, or to do that, or to do the other one, you know. And then we have the green. Ooh, you know I love red. Love green. There's a lot of red accents on this one already. We can go with Happy Holidays. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the red. Why not? So what I'm going to do is actually cut this into my card base. So I am going to use this. And I believe this is standard A2 size paper. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, so I am just going to cut this at 7 inches. It's already 8.5 inches wide. This is a slimline topper. So I'm going to cut this down to, it's already 8.5 by 7 on this side, and I'll be right back. So I have this trimmed down, and to make our own card base, this paper is really nice, guys. Super impressed by that. We're going to score it at 3.5. on the 7-inch side. And whenever it's thick paper, I do it a couple times instead of like one really harsh time. It's nicer to kind of just doop, doop, doop. And I'm not really flattening it out too much because this paper is so nice and thick. I like the way it just kind of makes a nice rounded edge. But if you want to flatten it out, you know, that's up to you. I just kind of laid it down a little nicely, but not too much pressure. And, my goodness. So pretty. So let me glue this down, and then we'll come in. I think, you know, this is really nice and crisp, but I think I'm going to do a little antiquing, a little something on the die cuts. You know, we can use both of them, but I'm going to use this one here. So I just chose some little sprigs, and I'm just going to go around the edges of everything and kind of give them a little zhuzh, a little distressing, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so we have that. Again, just a simple card here. I put some dimensional adhesives on that, and I probably should have taken the backs off because that's the least exciting part of this. Alright, and I think I'm going to put him right down here. a little truck. And I'm going to pop this here and just have some like little sprigs kind of coming out from behind it, but we'll see how, that way and this way. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave this flat, but I'm also going to put a little glue on these guys and not quite stick them down until I'm ready. See how that goes, and I put this on. Pull that a little further. So cute. And I'm putting it straight across. You want to do it at an angle, you know, however you like to design your cards. Something like that. And then I have one other little holly I thought I would just kind of pop in behind here. Yeah, on this other side. Sweet, quick card with some ephemera, little inking, little background, and you're good to go. Alright, let's bring the die set out. Okay, so from this set I'm really interested in using this little middle one. I'm going to cut this larger one because as you can see, this one here, like I said, it cuts its own frame. So if you want something that's going to nest in here, you're going to run this through, you know, the color that you want the frame, and then maybe the color of whatever background is that you want to put in here, because you're going to use that oval that comes out of this to pop back in, right? If you want two different colors. And if you want this framed out with an oval that matches perfectly, we're going to cut this one too. So I hope that makes sense. And I think it will once we cut it down right now. So, I think what I'm going to do is cut this frame out of red paper, and I'm going to cut this one out of green paper because I want it green with the holly. They both have the holly and things like that, but let's see here. So I'm going to take a sheet of the green. I don't need the whole thing. And some of the red paper. And we're going to use this pattern paper, hopefully one of the pattern papers in this card. And so I'm going to just trim this down really quickly. We don't need this whole thing. Sorry, so I'm just going to bring it over here. Cut a piece there. I might still trim a little bit off because that's going to max out the marquee basically. And we just need a piece of the green. And this one I'll just cut with scissors. Let's see what those dies look like. Again, you can use a nice fresh folder, or just do what I do here. Turn your folders one way or the other, however. Ooh, okay, so this is what I'm saying. This piece right here, if you wanted to put that in the middle of your frame, you would want it to be a different color. So you'd run the same one through. So you get this, let's say, in red. So now you have a red oval that nestles right inside. And look how delicate that frame is. My goodness. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to put it to the side. And then I'm going to cut this guy here. That's what I was wondering if I have maybe a little bit too much paper. Yeah, I need to trim it just a little bit. Because that die maxes out the whole marquee right edge to edge. And again, I like to give a little bit of a angle, but it's not really going to work with this one because this one's such a big die. So we're just going to put it through and get it going. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I'm just going to trim the excess paper that's down here. So what happens sometimes if it's like this, I'll push it with my stomach, get it going, because I can't get my hand to the end of the die, and then just keep going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'll push it with my thumb, but since this is the whole length of it, I couldn't get my thumb out there, so I just kind of like push against my tummy and let it get going that way. Alright. Oh my goodness. That is wall to wall. And let's see here, let me poke it out. Trying to see if there's an ejector button or if that's just for the small pieces. Right here. Wow. Okay, let me clean up and think about what I want to do, because I did want to get the frames cut, and then I was going to decide what it is that I was going to do to put it together. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so kind of playing with this. So what's funny is that I had first cut this basically so I'd have this frame and kind of show it to you guys what it looks like. But I was going to use the cutout, you know, to put behind this guy. But then I was like, well, you know what? It's kind of fun to use the whole thing, right? To use both of them. And then again, if you want to have this in a different color or even pop it back in the same color, you can always put that back in, you know. So, I think I'm going to use it on this. I know with the plaid in the background and everything, it's just kind of like texture and background. I think it's going to be fun. So I'm going to cut this plaid piece down to just under 4 1/4 and just under 5 1/2, because this is basically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's going to cover your whole A2 size card front. And I will be right back. How sweet. And actually on the other side of this is the little Santa Claus paper, which would also be adorable. Peeking out there. How cute. But I have a standard A2 size card base. Again, you can make a white card base with that awesome white paper that's in there, but I'd rather leave that for another use, another time. So I just have, ooh, and see, I was going to glue the wrong side already. Well, I guess either side would be perfectly fine. So I made this a little bit smaller because when I put my frame, I didn't want it to be interrupting it. Like, let's say, oh, I can see a little bit of that plaid sticking out the back. That's why I made it a little bit smaller than 4 1/4 and a little bit smaller than the 5 1/2. Now we have these ovals we can use for something else. And I'm definitely just going to pop these down. So I'll just put glue on the back of this one and, you know, place it right there. And then this guy, I'm going to put glue on the back of my hand and just dab it in there since it's so delicate and small. And I'll lay that down too, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so that'll be our card base. Super pretty, love that. So delicate, I can't get over that. Just look at it, and it's just so nice. It just looks so nice and very delicate. Okay, I'm going to stamp, to try out the stamps in the set, the Santa Claus. And we'll just color him in. So, let's just pop that there. I'll pop one of these guys down. And cut out our little Santa, and then maybe we'll use like one of the sentiments made from the Ephemera kit or however. So do that, pick that up, and I will stamp that in a hybrid ink. And I'm going to color him in with some alcohol ink markers. Sorry. So sweet. So whenever you use a hybrid ink, you want it to dry before you go in with your alcohol ink markers or it will smear. So I'm going to give that a moment to dry, clean off my stamp, grab the colors I'm going to use, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're ready. And I just have this scrap paper behind here just so it doesn't, because it is going to go through the paper. This is just some Crafter's Companion Ultra Smooth marker paper. And it will bleed through to the back because that's what you want. You want it to be so saturated that you see the color through the back. That's just not the same as feathering. So if you use just like a regular cardstock, that is going to feather where it's going to like just bleed out on top of the paper. Going through the paper to the backside is a different story. So I just grabbed some colors. A lot of times for skin tones, I like the neutral light, neutral medium, and dark, and then some of the other tones that I have. So right now, since it's kind of a small area, it's just his little face, I have neutral light and neutral medium. So a lot of times when something's kind of smallish, I don't do a lot of coloring, so I'm just going to bring in, and I'm going to be careful going around the eyebrows, because basically those are going to be white or kind of gray. So just around there, a little something in here, a little darker under the little hat to give the effect of shadow there, and then just bring it all back through with that same light color. And sometimes if you have a larger area, I definitely bring in the dark one and use that too. But for now, it's a pretty small area. I think that's good enough. And like the little pink, Now this is going to be very pink. I'm just going to color his little cheeks, so it's kind of a fun thing. And his nose can be very pink too, or you can make it the same color as the other thing. But since when I look like it's cold, I'm just making it very obviously pink. And then, you know, whenever something's white, like in his beard or this end thing here, I use a light blue or a light gray color. So I have ash light here. And see, yeah. So I just kind of go around the edges, just so it looks like there's color. We didn't forget about it. We did want to put a little color on there. You know, his little beard, and here maybe under here. Okay, just bringing a little bit of that in here and there. And that's all I'm gonna do for that. Oh, you know, eyebrows. Little gray eyebrows, okay. And then his red hat. So I just have cherry light, cherry medium, and cherry dark. Come in with the light. He's kind of a quick character to color in. And then I'll go in with the darkest one. I'm getting real close. If you want to switch out to the bullet type nib to get in close, you know, that's up to you. Just kind of doing something like that. Oh. Got a little bit where I don't want it, but I will take my blender pen and just let it sit there on that red, and it'll push through to the back. And I'm going to go back to the light. So this time I didn't even use medium on this one either, just kind of skipped over that. And that's it. So I will take my die and cut him out, and then we'll pop him up on our card along with the sentiment. And we will go from there. So I just cut it out. Just like that. I'm just trying to see where exactly we're at. Alright, put some tape and cut him out. Okay. Of course, you know me, I cut it down before I put it in there, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if I have enough on the side of him. And look at that. It was just the perfect amount. My goodness. You know how I do. Oh, that is so sweet. So we can pop him up. I am going to put a sentiment, so I think I'm going to pop the sentiment up. So for him, I'm going to just glue him straight down. Or you can pop both things up. Let's see, we're going to put him like in here. And again, I mean, we have, you know, Merry Christmas. We have lots of fun things in that set itself. I think what I'm going to do is look through the ephemera. And, you know, just see what, I mean, just pop that on there. Looks great. Season's greetings. Maybe here, maybe there, maybe up there, you know? So let me go through and see what it is that I would like to. Oh, so cute. Okay, let me look through. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that. You know, I was looking and I'm kind of like thinking like Coco Chanel, you know, put it all and then take one layer away. So I was like, well, I mean, that's cute too. Oh, it's so hard to choose. All right, I think that's what I'll do. And I'm gonna put this little guy here. So this one I'll just glue down. I'm not quite squeezing it down yet, but put that one there, and I'll pop some dimensional adhesives on the back of this guy and then just pop them down right here. Okay guys, and those are the two cards I came up with today. Again, you can pick up the different items separately or the mega bundle. Thanks for watching. I will have images for you at the end here, links in the description box. Thank you so much, Die and Press, for sending these items for review. Definitely looking forward to using still more of these pieces than the other items I have for review. I think it'll be really fun. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.